Hi everyone, it's Narelle here from Cricut Explore Maker and More Facebook group, and today I'm going to be assembling this 3D frame card that I designed in Cricut Design Space. So here's my Easter themed sample card, but the card I'm assembling today is a Mother's Day theme. Now, the Design Space project that I'm sharing doesn't include the images or the patterns that I used, but I'll put the details of those images in the description below. Now the project contains two sizes of this card. I'll be assembling the 5.5 square inch card, and that can be cut from one piece of a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock on the 12 by 12 cutting mat. And there's also a 6 by 6 card base, which comes in two pieces, which you adhere together. And that will then give you the 6 by 6 version of this card. Now I'm using American Crafts cardstock for my card base and some of the layers. I used Epson matte photo paper for my printed images, and the adhesives I'm using today are the Barely Art glue and my 1/4 inch ATG gun. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the card base, which in this size is made up of these two pieces. So you'll find that there are several score lines here. You have two here, which are going to be mountain folds, and then you've got these 4 here, which are also going to be mountain folds. So I'll start with these two folds here, which, as I said, are mountain folds, and I'll just give those a score there, and I'll grab my bone folder so that I can make that fold nice and neat. And then the same for the other one. Okay, so before I start doing these 4 here, while I can still keep this flat, I'm going to put this piece on here. So I'm just going to use my glue for this one. That this way, and make sure I've got equal space around each of these. I can see that by doing that. Make sure it's nice and straight. That just makes that easier to do while I can hold this one flat. So now that I've got that, I'm going to take these 4 pieces here, which have the 4 little cut lines, and I'm going to fold those in. Do that with each of those. And once I've got that, I'll go along here and again make those folds nice and crisp. And then I've got that, so you can see that they're going to stand up like that inside the card, and when you've got that card closed, you're going to have that little 3D kind of frame happening there. So now we go on to this piece here, and again we've got the score lines here, so I'm going to fold on all of those, including the little tabs. And then I'm going to make this up into a little box. So I'm going to put those little tabs on the inside, and then I'll stick each of those to the panel next to that to make up the little box. So again, I'm just using my Barely Art glue for that. And I want to make sure that I'm getting a really nice square corner when I do this. And that means that it will sit inside that box quite neatly. So now I've got my little box, and what that's going to do is I'm going to take this, and it's going to fit around the outside of those 4 tabs there, like that. And that's going to give you your little box there. So what we need to do is put glue on each of those 4 tabs and then glue that together. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I'll just push those back a little bit. I'm going to pop that on there, and then I'll bring that over here. And then push those so that they sit against the box. So now that you've got that, it's a very quick process just to finish that up. You've got these 2 pieces here, which go on the inside there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll just use my ATG for this one. Make sure it's square. That, and then this one will go on top of there. That's it, and then all I need is the image that goes on the inside here. Now you can put anything in there. You could put a matching image to go with your papers, you could put a photo in there, whatever you like. And I also thought that you might be able to put a piece of acetate underneath this piece here and make it into a shaker card. So here's the image that I'm going to be using for this card. So again, I think I'll just go with my ATG for this one. Make sure that's facing the right way, and I'll just pop that in there. And there you go. So there is my finished card. And when you open it up, you have your greeting there. So as I said, you can put anything in there. Some photos, or a photo would be nice in there. Yeah, you could raise that up if you wanted to. But yeah, I like it the way that it looks because it looks quite 3-dimensional. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.